And thanks, Lance, for your excellent liaison work. You got the plum assignment with this group. Okay, so now we'll move on to comments from the public, and we'll start with George Stafford. And if you can please try to keep your comments to 3 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. I used to
you.
be in the radio business. I can do anything in 30 or 60 seconds. My name is George Stafford. I live at 16 Kitchell Avenue in Wharton, New Jersey, but I'm here representing the New Jersey Highlands Coalition and Keep It Green of New Jersey on some issues. We have 2 resolutions we'd like you to consider. I'd like to say that I'm far too old to have any electronic graphics, so it's just me, I'm afraid. The drought that we're in has pointed out a couple of things. I was here a couple of years ago making a pitch for a resolution on supporting the new Highlands Act. And we have kind of changed gear at the beginning in the fall, and we're going around asking communities to consider these 2 resolutions. And the reason for that is we are very close to having a serious water shortage problem now. One of the things that we would like you to consider is a resolution that asks the state to release a study that was done in 2011. Originally in 1996, the state decided that we would have a water master plan, and that every 5 years we would sort of take the pulse of the water supply and find out what's going on. They did one in 1996, and they haven't done one since. There was one completed in 2011. It's sitting on the governor's desk, it's sitting at DEP, and it hasn't been released. Now, there are a few things we know that are different between now and 1996. For one thing, we have 1 million more people in this state. Just to give you an idea of the change over time, in 1999, the Highlands put out 1 billion, 7 million, 107 billion gallons of water to receiving communities. In 2011, after the end of the real estate bubble and the recession, and when things started to come back, they put out 136 billion gallons. Now, that was 6 years ago. We don't know what the change has been. We haven't got any idea. We know there are more people. We know that we've had a tremendous amount of development in areas along the railroad lines and along the Hudson River area where we have big apartments which are water thirsty, air conditioning based on water, fire suppression systems, various things like that. So we know we're using a lot more water. We have no idea how much. So we would like you to consider this resolution to ask the state to release the numbers that they have now and to go ahead and do another study so that we know what's going on a short-term basis. The other resolution is from Keep It Green, and it asks for sustainable income for open space. We got some money a couple of years ago. Hopefully in the budget tomorrow we're going to actually get some money for open space. But since 1996, we've lost almost 250,000 acres of open space, which is critical in certain areas because of water recharge. And the real problem that we have now, reservoirs have picked back up, but the groundwater recharge is lagging badly. And that's the stuff at the end of the summer, August, September, October, when you start telling people they can't water their lawns. Well, one of these days it's going to be a lot more than you can't water your lawn. It's going to be, you know, you can shower on even numbered days. There are actually some places in the state of New Jersey where that's in effect now. We have communities in the Highlands that are having well failures, both municipal wells and private wells. So we need to have as much open space as we possibly can for the groundwater recharge. As they say about real estate, land, they're not making any more open space. The open space groundwater recharge that we lose today is gone. So we would ask you to consider that resolution.
Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you.
Sure.
So have you given us those resolutions yet?
I'm sorry?
Oh, when were those emailed?
I sent them today, and I have copies here. I wouldn't
okay.
think to ask you to consider the resolution today.
Right. All right. So my recommendation would be let's send them to Princeton Environmental Commission And then I don't know when the next meeting is. If it's before March 13th, we can get a recommendation and have it back for the March 13th meeting. If not, we can put it on the agenda for the March
Yeah,
27th
we would like to
meeting.
try and wrap up as many of these as we can by June the 1st.
Okay, yeah, that should not be a
Yeah,
problem.
Okay, and I have
Okay.
copies for here, everyone else. I
Okay,
also have
great.
copies, I have a thing here for our sustainable golf outing. We're an environmental group that has a golf outing, very rare. So I'll leave these with the clerk if
I
I
hope
may.
it's a brown course.
No, it's a very interesting place up in Warren County that is, well, come and play golf. You'll find out what
Okay.
it's like. We'll give you a tour.
Thank you very
So
much.
I'll leave this.
Is there anybody else who'd like to make a comment for an item that's not already on the agenda?
Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.